Nicki Minaj has a new character on her hit list, and that's SZA, and she's blazing her bag.
All right, so picture this. You're just chilling, scrolling through your feed like usual.
Nicki Minaj has been on this tirade against Roc Nation, and SZA was tweeting, and somehow Nicki Minaj thought she was talking about her.
When all of a sudden, boom, SZA drops this tweet. And it's not about music or her usual chill vibes. It's actually pretty serious.
She said SZA sounds like a dead dog when she sings.
Dang.
That's so mean and not
A
true.
dead dog?
She says something about a situation in the music industry, but here's the thing. She doesn't say who she's talking about. It's kind of mysterious, like one of those if you know type posts. And just like that, people start guessing. Fans are like, wait, is she calling someone out? Everyone's trying to figure out what's going on.
Did SZA say something bad about Nicki Minaj, or is she making that up in her head?
Well, no, SZA said Mercury's in retrograde, and that's what Nicki thought she was talking about.
You've got TikTokers making videos breaking down every word in the tweet. Reddit threads start popping off. People are analyzing it like it's a puzzle. That's how it starts. Then, out of nowhere, Nicki Minaj tweets. And her tweet, let's just say it feels like a response. She doesn't mention SZA by name, but it's giving serious subtweet energy. She says something like, people love pointing fingers, but don't forget about the ones pointing back at you. And people are like, oh, okay, is this about SZA? Because the timing is way too close to be random. And from there, things go wild. Now remember, Nicki's fan base, the Barbs, they don't play around. And SZA's fans are super loyal too. So as soon as those tweets drop, it's like both armies gear up for battle. Screenshots start flying, edits, memes, hot takes, you name it. Then comes the twist. Someone starts pulling up old tweets from SZA, like old, way back when she was still figuring out her voice and hadn't blown up the way she has now. And in those tweets, she's saying stuff that sounds like shade toward other major artists, Beyonce, Rihanna, Ciara, even Madonna. And when I say people lost it, I mean lost it. Fans of those artists were like, excuse me, what did she say about Queen Bey? It was a full-on meltdown on Twitter and everywhere else. Some folks were mad, straight up. Others were more like, okay, but this was years ago. Everyone says stuff when they're younger. People grow. Let it go. So now the drama isn't just about that one cryptic tweet anymore. Now it's about SZA's past. It's about what responsibility artists have for old stuff they posted. Should we forgive and forget? Or should they be called out, no matter how long it's been? Meanwhile, Nicki never actually says SZA's name in any of her tweets, but the energy is there. And that's what made it all explode even more, because no one could say for sure what was going on. So people filled in the blanks themselves, which made the whole thing way bigger than maybe it needed to be. Some fans were like, Nicki's just being shady for no reason. Others were like, no, she's defending herself or someone else behind the scenes. And then you've got people saying, why is this even a thing? Let's just enjoy the music. But it wasn't just fans reacting. The media jumped on it too. Headlines everywhere. Nicki Minaj throws shade. Old SZA tweets resurface. Is this the end of a friendship? Even though none of the artists involved actually confirmed anything. And the thing is, none of the other women mentioned in those old tweets said anything. Beyonce didn't reply. Rihanna didn't post. Ciara stayed quiet. Madonna didn't drop any comments. Nothing. Not a word. And that silence, it kind of added to the drama. Because it's like, are they ignoring it? Are they mad behind the scenes? Or are they just not giving it energy? But let me tell you something. It's kind of wild how this all started from one vague post. Like just one sentence from SZA. And now we've got fans fighting, old tweets trending, and the media spinning stories left and right. It just shows how fast things can go viral when you're famous, and how nothing you post is ever truly gone. Even if something was tweeted a decade ago, someone will find it, screenshot it, repost it, and boom, it becomes part of the current story. And that's honestly kind of scary, even for regular people like us, not just celebrities, because the internet never forgets. Now look, I'm not saying SZA's old tweets were cool. Some of them definitely raised eyebrows. But I also think we have to be real about the fact that people grow. She was probably in a different place in her life back then, And if someone hasn't acted that way in years and their actions now show growth, I think that counts for something. As for Nicki, she's always been someone who speaks her mind. That's part of why people love her. But at the same time, when you post something that people think is shady, even if it's not, it kind of snowballs. And now you've got thousands of people arguing about something you may not have even meant the way they took it. It's messy and complicated, but also really interesting. So where does that leave us? Well, right now, it seems like things are starting to quiet down. Nicki moved on and started tweeting about other stuff. SZA hasn't said much else either. No apology, no interview, no deep dive live stream, or anything like that. So maybe they're just letting it pass, letting the storm blow over. But it definitely started some important conversations like, how do we treat people who've changed? Should old tweets decide someone's whole future? And when you're super famous, how careful do you have to be with every single word you post? Also, we gotta ask, how much of this drama is real and how much of it is just the internet adding fuel to the fire? I guess we won't really know unless one of them speaks out directly. But until then, it's kind of like a case study in what happens when you mix social media, fame, and a lot of strong opinions. Anyway, that's the full breakdown. SZA, Nicki Minaj, the tweets, the old posts, the fans, and the fallout. Wild, right? Let me know what you think. Do you think Nicki was really tweeting about SZA? Should we judge people for tweets from forever ago? And is this just typical internet drama or something deeper? Hit the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like the video if you made it this far. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, stay away from cryptic tweets unless you really want to see the internet lose its mind. Catch you next time.